Hello, awakened beings. Welcome to this channel. Here I do tarot and oracle readings to support you along your spiritual journey. If that interests you, feel free to check out any other content on the channel as well as interact with this video as you feel called to. Today's reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What does your spiritual team want you to know right now? Let's go. Okay. These just came out. We got Nine of Swords. Okay, Sagittarius, I swear you guys are always getting Nine of Swords. What is going on with the mind here? Your mind is so powerful. You are what is it? Philosopher. I'll just say philosopher because I was trying to say philosophical. Something like that. Philosophical. There it is. Anyways. That's your guys' specialty. Your specialty is your mind. So why the heck are we always sitting at Nine of Swords? Okay, no. And then we got Hermit, Hierophant. Okay, okay. Yeah. Ten of Swords. Okay, all right, this makes sense. So something has happened that has shaken up your mindset. Okay, so I would say it's normal, if you're encountering something that has basically like beat you up mentally, emotionally, is making you feel tired. You feel like the situation has just stripped you of energy, you know what I'm saying? Mental power. I definitely can understand why you're in this Nine of Swords. You're in this process of trying to confront the situation or try to navigate it and trying to get through it. But Spirit is saying there's nothing more to put into the situation. It's done. It's over with. Okay, so at this point, the more that you try to put into it or try to think through it or whatever, it's just taking from you, honestly. And so with this Judgment card, I just feel like it's done. It's time for you to open the door to something else. And you know what's interesting? Look at this. So you start with Ten of Swords, which is that it's over and done. Then you got Judgment, the door opening. Now look at this. Ten of Pentacles. So you go from Ten of Swords, door opening, to Ten of Pentacles. Isn't that so cool? It's just so awesome how Spirit communicates. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so basically I'm hearing that there's a situation that no longer needs your attention. Okay. It's, all it's doing is taking from you at this point. Okay. Let's clarify this, Hermit. Whoa. Creation. Okay. Clarify this Hermit with this. I feel like Spirit, with the Hermit, Spirit is communicating for you to spend time out in nature. You've got to hit like this reset. It just seems like, I don't know if you're somebody who is just constantly interacting with people or constantly listening to music, watching stuff. Like, I'm getting distractions. Like, you never have a moment of silence, it seems like, except for like if you're going to sleep. Okay, so with this Hermit and this Creation card, I just really feel like Spirit is communicating for you to get back to your roots. Like, hit a reset, hit a detox, that kind of thing of like, cleanse down at the ocean, walk barefoot, touch a tree, hug a tree. The Spirit is communicating that nature can really just kind of help you reset and clear things up. Okay, I definitely got that. All right, tell me more about the Hierophant here. I feel like that's just what I said. We got the number 5. So this is, about becoming enlightened. So the number 5 is change, right? And so if you remember, you start out with the Nine of Swords, this person being fearful. Yes, they're confronting this big old thing, but with Nine of Swords, it's the number right before 10. So this is the card of right before defeat, right? And so Spirit is communicating that, if you just kind of hit this reset on your energy and really like allow Spirit to talk to you, allow for nature to heal you and connect with you, then you're going to be restored even better. You're going to get some downloads. Look at this guy. He's got like the scrolls in his hands. It's like it's almost actually giving, I don't know if this is going to resonate with you. You know, if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it's honestly giving somebody who just like walks into the Akashic library, takes a few scrolls or things that they see in there, and then they go back and like study it and take in what they know. And what they learn. So this is somebody who is literally like elevating mentally, right? So this is definitely not Nine of Swords energy, obviously. But yeah, no, this is somebody who's really like tuned in spiritually and mentally. So this is like a whole mindset shift that's going on. But I do see, like I said, in the middle, Spirit telling you, go to nature and go to real nature. So I'm not saying go to like there's like some dog parks where they have like fake grass. No, we're not doing the fake grass. We're not doing the fake nothing. Go to a real area where you're not going to hear a bunch of cars zooming by. You know, if you live in the city or something like that, you got to do what you got to do. Get a little piece of nature wherever it's at. But Spirit is really communicating. Go into the trees. Get in there. Okay, anyways, clarify the Hierophant, please. Yeah, I feel you're overthinking something as well. So this says ponder karma. Ponder karma. That's interesting. I feel like this is communicating that whatever you are overthinking, whatever you're holding on to, whatever that really just has you just beat up and drained, this is just kind of like, it's almost like this is your medicine. And of course, okay, tarot is not a substitute for medical advice. Please consult a professional. But this is just like, this is definitely a symbol of healing, right? And I talked about that, like healing your mindset. But it's not just about your mindset, it's about getting information. So I feel like a lot of you are getting that information from nature, but I mean, you could have another resource available to you. I don't know what that is. But there's some information that is going to help you with this situation and is going to heal you from this situation. Okay, so for some of you, you could be stressing about, honestly, you know, your body or that of a loved one. And so I I see that. I feel like you could be getting, you know, information from somebody who is telling you no, or that there isn't a way, or that it's impossible. But Spirit is saying, honestly, to explore your options. Okay? How many times have people heard no and that something's impossible, and then they find a different way, they find another way that works out and is helpful and healing. So I'm getting this message of don't give up. And when I was talking about, you know, the situation being dead and over because it's taking too much of your energy, I feel like this is more referring to being stuck. The Ten of Swords is stuck energy. There's no movement from it. And so I feel like if this is what you're thinking about, the fact that it's impossible, there's no other option, no one can help me, I can't get better, like, you know, if you're stuck with those kinds of thoughts, then that's where I'm getting this reset that's needed. That's the word Spirit keeps using, reset. Okay. Yeah, this is really important. If you guys remember anything I'm saying, remember this. There is another option. There is another option. Tarot is for entertainment purposes only. There is no guarantee as to the accuracy of the reading. All right? Let me just throw that in there. Okay, let me give you all your final card because I feel like, yes. And then remember, we had Ten of Pentacles right as the door was opening here. So whatever this pertains to, it could pertain to your body. It could pertain to healing a relationship, healing your mindset. There's just this huge message of healing, but it comes from resetting, allowing yourself to reset. Just literally dump out all the garbage. Leave it alone and look at other options. Okay, final message, please. Also, there's this message for someone here in particular, so, if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Sometimes things happen because we are meant to take what we learn and create something from that. So here's an example. For shamans, usually there's somebody who have been sick, like very ill, and then they recover or something like that. You'll have to do research into this because this is something I learned about a long time ago. So anyway, so for most shamans, there's people who have experienced an illness or something like that, and then they work with healing and all that, and then they become shamans and help their community and stuff like that. So that's just an example, not saying that's your story, but this is very much giving hey, you're going through something, but you can take it and create healing from it. Either for yourself, usually first with yourself and then for others. So that's a message for somebody, okay? Same thing with Reiki practitioners, for an example. Usually when you're practicing Reiki, you start it on yourself, then you do for your family, and that gauges your level of mastery. And then after you've been doing that, you do it for strangers because you've just kind of developed in that way. So that's a message for someone in particular where your situation could have to do with something that's preparing you to create or develop some sort of a skill or thing for yourself and others that's going to be healing. Okay, last card. You've got doubt. Offering all to the divine doesn't mean negativity never arises, but you can say, free me from this prison of doubts. I cast this burden to you. Show me your will and restore me to faith and confidence. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to this reading. Good luck on your journey. Ashe.